Hello and welcome to this week's edition of a Thinking Boy podcast. I'm your host Cesar Perez with
Nikki Pararuan.
You know, it's been a while.
It's been a little minute.
It's been a little minute, bro.
It's been a little minute, Thinking Boy.
How you been? You were on for those who don't know, you were on the first episode of a Thinking Boy podcast. You're it, bro. You are Neo. You're the one. You are him.
He's him. Hemi Hendrix. Hemi Neutron. Yeah, the very first one, you motherfuckers. That's right.
While ago. That was a while ago.
That was a while ago. When was that filmed?
It had to be. It was after the Canelo fight when he lost. So that had to be like in June, I think.
No shit.
Right?
June?
In June, I'm pretty sure. June or July.
Probably June. Because I had like full on black hair for that one. I remember.
Yeah, I think it was around June.
I was rocking the Bucky hat. Or are you sure it was June or May?
Maybe like the end of May.
Maybe end of May.
Yeah, maybe the end of May. But I don't think I put it out until like June.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I know it was you. Who else? It was you, Fern, and Uncle Tino actually were like the first three guests.
The first three guests, yeah.
Those are back to back to back. And honestly, I'm kind of tempted. I'm tempted to like do it again, where like I have you and then Fern and Uncle Tino on, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I'll probably have Fern on next week. To be honest with you,
we'll see what happens, right? I feel honored for you to ask me back though.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
bro.
And on some young Jamie shit, on some Brian Redband
hell yeah, dude.
type shit. So
I think I'm always gonna have you in the beginning. Actually, now they mention it, always like with the first episode of the new year will be like you.
Yeah, no, let's do it, man. It's a great thing to like. It's a great tradition to like carry on, and I fucking love that. So
honestly, I thought I wasn't gonna have you on until I interviewed the band DIP.TERA.
Yeah,
like all of you guys. I thought that was gonna be the next time that
I mean, shit, you've knocked off half the, or 3/5 of the squad, so
that is true.
Technically, you know what I'm saying? You got me, you got Moofy, you got DeGrant on here, so I mean, the last two Pokemon you got to catch is Ian and Max, so the elusives.
I feel like an episode with Max would be interesting.
Of course.
You know what I mean? He's interesting. He's an interesting cat, man. He's always been, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that would be great. So. One at a time.
Didn't you say he looked like Rose Namajunas, or was that someone else? I don't know if that was Fern or somebody, but they said that he looks like
Thug Rose. No, yeah, I guess I could see that. He has a fade right now, so he definitely looks fade, like Latina Thug Rosa. You know what I'm saying? So
hell of a fucking drummer, though. I'll tell you that.
Hell of a drummer. Hell of a mind, hell of a creative. I always say he's my secret weapon. So
he is. He is.
Yeah,
he also plays around with the boards a little bit.
He plays around on the boards, you know what I'm saying? We be DJing a little bit here and there, and you know, holding it down.
He's a cool guy, man. I've known him for a while. When I think about it, I've known him like for a long time.
Yeah, minus like a year or two that you've known me. So
that's a while, bro.
We've known each other since like freshman year of high school. So
yeah, we talked about that in the first episode. Our origins and shit.
Our origins.
That's a minute. Yeah, we've known each other since 2012. Dude, so we just passed the 10-year mark.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's fucking go. That feels good.
That's a true friendship, bro. We're really friends.
We're family, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
We're brothers. We're friends. I could talk about pretty much anything. So that's how I know. You know, it could go on forever and ever. And we talked about this on some Batman Begins shit. We talked about it, but we here now, baby, keeping it going strong. You
and like Eric, and I'd even say like Fern before he moved back to Houston, are friends that I could like not see or talk to for a good minute, and then as soon as I see you, it's like back to normal.
Left off.
Yeah, it's like nothing. Like things have changed clearly, but like. Right. It's around the same, you know, and we're kind of on the same shit.
It's like Breath of the Wild. You just gotta like come back and you're like,
oh my god, that fucking game. You know, Fern passed that fucking level we were trying to get through the other day.
He got to it. Yeah. Nice.
He was telling me how he did it, but I don't know. I was inebriated.
That's on some Crash Bandicoot shit.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
It's just hard. You know, you can play the fucking main boss like as soon as you like load up the game. It's an open world game. So you could you could fight the main bad guy. And then you could fight Gandalf or Ganondorf. Whatever the fucking name is. Yeah.
Ganondorf.
Yeah,
Gandalf. Link versus Gandalf, y'all.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, on a side topic, I don't want to ramble too much, but I've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings.
Really? And none of them?
Or Hobbits.
Okay.
I've seen clips.
What do you think about like the Lord of the Rings clips specifically?
You know, it really most of the ones I've seen were Andy Serkis.
Right.
Or
what do you
was it
think?
Smeagol? Was that his name?
Yeah. Smeagol, Golem, same thing.
Creep.
Dude, he gave me nightmares growing up. When I say like,
he's creepy, man. He's a creepy motherfucker. There's a specific
scene in the third Lord of the Rings movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's in the beginning where it shows how Smeagol came to be. Or Gollum came to be, and it shows like he was a fucking hobbit, but there's a scene where he's eating fish. He's eating this fucking raw fish out of a goddamn river. Pull up that clip real quick.
God damn. You know, I have my phone on me. It's kind of weird. We're using my camera to record, so it's kind of weird having this like available. Usually it's not. I should probably put this on like Do Not Disturb, to be honest.
There you go, real quick. But yeah, that scene from Andy Serkis fucking traumatized me growing up. But I always remember that franchise, that trilogy being hella untouchable. I would highly recommend it, bro.
Damn, they're just long.
If you like Game of Thrones,
oh yeah, I love it.
But it's on some like real like heroic shit.
And you know, when you mentioned Game of Thrones, I feel like an abused housewife.
Is that what it is?
Because they got me back with House of Dragons. Yeah. With House of Dragons, they got me back. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go.
I haven't watched that.
Fuck, it's really good.
It's good.
It's good. Okay. You'll like it. You know what? You should probably wait to watch it though, because like once you're done with it, nothing's coming for like another fucking year.
Right. Yeah. And
so
also, it's
just
like
chill on it.
It's also maybe I'll watch it once the Jon Snow series comes out.
Oh, is that happening? Is that real?
Yeah, it's really happening. So Kit Harington's coming back, type shit.
So the ending isn't the ending then?
Well, yeah, right.
Well, I guess it is technically, but
that ending, the Game of Thrones ending, but his story continues,
which it should have.
I mean, he is.
Well, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Him.
I don't know. He's him. He's the guy.
You know, that's the guy.
Even though towards the end it didn't seem like he was him.
He was supposed to be the guy.
I thought you never asked. Homeboy in the wheelchair pulled up.
Oh, Bran. He low key the Night King with his bitch ass.
Dude, that has so many. Don't get me started on that shit.
Yeah, let's not go down there.
I don't want to spoil the shit, but one day I'll review that series and I'll go deep into it.
We'll take a fat shit on the ending.
God damn it, man! But yeah, they got me back with House of Dragon. I was watching it week to week with Fern and Brittany.
That's what's up.
And we got into it, man. That shit's really fucking good.
Yeah, are the VFX like just as good or better? Are they better or just pretty much the same?
I'd say they're like on the same level.
Okay.
Certain episodes, it's fucking really good though.
Like better than Game of Thrones?
That's tough.
Or the same, like visual effects wise, not story wise. Like,
yeah, maybe the dragons look better.
Yeah,
you know, maybe the dragons look like somewhat better.
It has to be, you know, especially
it's been from the future, you know, or it's been like
2 or 3 years since like that.
Since that, yeah. It goes by quick too. The pacing's fucking fast, bro. Characters are aging like fucking lickety split.
Hell yeah. I gotta check it out. It's
cool. The actors on the show are pretty good. Actually, like the lady who plays, or the young adult who plays Rihanna, I think that's her name, or Rihanna. Yeah, Ray, I think they call it, right, or some shit like that.
I think so.
If they ever do like a Gwen Stacy like live action Spider Gwen kind of shit, she should definitely play her.
Dude, that's coming out this year, right?
Because she fucking looks like her, dude. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that is coming out. Into the Spider-Verse
Part 1.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
My boy Miguel O'Hara is gonna be fucking the man, bro.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
Never thought I'd see that ever, bro. Never thought I'd see him on screen. I mean, granted, it's an animated movie, but I don't give a fuck. I'll still take it.
I mean, it got nominated for so many awards, and like that's gonna be a critically acclaimed franchise or trilogy too. So, isn't it funny that Oscar Isaac plays Moon Knight and
Miguel O'Hara? Doesn't he play someone else, or am I tripping?
What's his name?
Finn? No, he plays Apocalypse.
Poe.
He played Apocalypse.
He played Apocalypse. He played Poe in Star Wars.
How do you feel about those?
No.
I like Kylo Ren.
I like what's his name? John Boyega, of course.
I'm gonna show Nikki this picture. God damn, my brother's calling me. Should I answer it and put him on speaker?
No.
My bad, bro. I didn't know you were in the podcast.
I'm doing the podcast right now. What's up?
No, I forgot. I was just talking to tell you, like, bro, we made it, nigga.
Huh?
We made it.
You made it? What do you mean?
We're going into AM, bro.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, for 6 weeks, guy. And then we're going to see if I can get it posted.
Hell yeah, dude.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm ready. But keep doing your thing in the podcast, bro.
All right, brother. I'll hit you whenever I'm done.
All right, bye. Peace.
Peace. Congratulations.
There we go.
He's going to AM. Whatever. I know you guys don't know what the fuck that means, but
What does that mean?
He's going to be on my shift at work. So I'll be able to. I'll be able to like.
I thought you were talking about A&M type.
Oh no.
He said, "Oh no. My brothers too."
Yeah, he totally like, gave up.
No, that's fine. That's fine too. But
let me show you this Spider-Gwen shit, bro.
okay.
This is the one. Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, it's like some fan edited type shit.
It is. There was like a specific image though. I mean, this is kind of it.
Yeah.
That's her on the I think left.
The actual character.
That's her. No, that's the
on the right. You mean?
Yeah, on the right.
Yeah. Nah, she looks pretty much
pretty good, huh?
Spot on. Yeah.
I don't feel like fucking. I don't feel like fucking adding the image later. That's pretty good though, no?
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good casting
for the Tom Holland universe. You think? Or for some else for the Morbius for the Morbin time?
Sure. It depends on how old she is. Like literally, how old is she? You know, because Tom Holland's like our age. She's like 26.
She might be younger than us, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I believe she's like 20. I'm turning 26. She might be like 24.
Oh well, that's perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
She might be 24.
We'll see what happens. You know, that's also a great prospect of a franchise that's fucking growing too.
Are they really gonna add the live action Spider-Man to the?
Allegedly, that's what's gonna happen.
The Spider-Verse.
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't they?
Why not? Yeah, you're right. Why not?
Why wouldn't they? It's the biggest cash grab since fucking. I mean, Avengers.
Isn't this like a part 1 of a part 2? Or am I tripping?
Yep. Across the Spider-Verse part 1. Yeah, baby.
Damn.
We gonna get it cracking.
I'm very excited for that, bro.
I'm excited for that.
Fucking Spider-Man 2099. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. There's also gonna be like Spider-Man Unlimited, like Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yes.
All these fools. Any Spider-Man you could think of. Spider-Man India. I mean, what's his name? Isn't John Boyega gonna voice somebody, or is that Daniel Kaluuya?
The one from Get Out?
Yeah, he's gonna be voicing like Spider-Punk, which is like a punk rock.
What? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn. Remember that Spider-Man game we played, bro?
Which one?
The Temple Run one.
Yo.
Bro. That was the shit. It probably still available.
It's probably still available. We got lost.
We got lost in that shit for a semester.
Yeah. No, I mean at least a whole year, bro.
Yeah,
it was a Temple Run themed Spider-Man game, or Spider-Man themed Temple Run.
It was called like Spider-Man Run, right, or some shit like that.
I don't know.
But it was phenomenal though. It was a phenomenal game. You could literally get like all the fucking like, it was basically the Spider-Verse shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Is this what people want to talk about or hear us talk about? Is this the shit they want to hear us?
Well, I wanted to recap our 2022.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But our events that happened in 22.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, I don't think it's available.
Nah, maybe not.
Damn, that sucks. That's a fun fucking game, bro. I should have downloaded that when I was like in LA just to play it around. It does get addicting though.
It does. Yeah, we spent countless hours playing that shit for sure.
I've never spent any money on that. I don't believe so though.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I spent any money on that.
No, it's too poor.
Yeah, especially back then, honestly. But it was such a fun game.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. We are in 2023 now.
Dude, definitely in 2023. That's crazy to say. Jordan year, you know.
Jordan year for sure.
2022 was a fucking year.
It went by fast, but at the same time, goddamn, it was a year. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't go by fast for me.
For real?
No, there's a lot of moments there. I was like, wow, I am in the trenches right now.
Towards the end, bro, it sped up for me like real fast. Like from like November to like the end of December.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like after my vacation, it was like boom, 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 boom.
It seems like the last 2 months of the year always go by fast, right?
That is true.
Holidays.
That is true. Honestly, I feel like the beginning too. We're in January, then February is a short month.
Mm-hmm. People always say
March.
They always say like the year officially starts in March.
I think that's fair.
It's like 3 months in. Okay, now we're in this hoe.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Shit, maybe the end of March, to be honest with you.
Shit. by that time you get into April, it's fucking spring break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe, I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely in 2023. It feels like a whole brand new beginning of so many things, and closing of chapters of so many events, circumstances, situations, and there's a lot to look forward to this year, man. Where I know we're both trying to accomplish a lot. And,
yes, definitely.
We also just accomplished a lot. Like, you got this off the ground.
Yeah, the podcast is official. I started doing, I was doing paid photography gigs in 2021 and 2020, but this is like, I feel very comfortable doing it now.
What would you say are some of your most memorable, like, milestones or, like, footnotes from last year, you think?
I think
accomplishments.
I did a gig, bro, and I got paid pretty good to shoot that fucking gig.
Yeah?
It was like a party thing. It was like a surprise party for this dude's wife.
Okay.
And it was like a surprise thing we did, and like, man, I got paid very, very well.
You got very paid handsomely. Yeah.
I got paid like really, really well. Where I'm just like, damn, bro. Anything else you need? Like,
the price is going up.
The price of the brick is going up. I got a new camera. My old camera broke. The Sony RX, which is like
right there,
right here behind me.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
There you go. Can you see it? Boom.
It's fucked up.
Boom. R.I.P.
It's fucked up.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I was doing all the shit with this for the majority of the year. I didn't get that one until when? July? August, I think.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was real crazy when I was fucking devastated, bro, when that shit broke. I did not want to get a new camera right then. Like, financially speaking, I was my God.
I mean, but hey, we're here now. It's an investment. You know what I'm saying? You got to invest in your instruments. You got to invest in your tools. So that's not a purchase like you're going to regret.
No, definitely not. And honestly, I kind of always wanted like to get a new camera.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's cool, but it's so small.
It's bound to happen too. Like, pretty soon you're going to look back on that camera and be like, oh my God, like, I was really working with this.
And that one, I couldn't change the lens out, and it was a point and shoot, and it's really expensive, bro. Those Sony cameras are like really expensive.
Sony point and shoots get really, really expensive.
I tried to
high quality though.
High quality for sure. I tried to fucking get it fixed after it happened because it was on my tripod and it fell down and ate shit. And it had like dirt or something that got in it, and it wouldn't retract. The lens is just like, if I turn it on now, it's like clicking. And I brought it to this dude who fixes cameras, and he's this old, I think, Middle Eastern guy, and he took forever to get back to me. And he's like, he didn't even give me an answer. I'm like, yo, how much do you think it'll be? And he's like, come to the shop. And I'm
you know that's not a good move.
I'm just like, motherfucker. So I pull up, and I'm like, what are you thinking? He's just like, it'd be cheaper to just like get a new camera. He's like, it's gonna be cheaper to get a new camera. If you really want me to fix it, I can, but you should just get a new camera. And I was like, well, fuck, I guess I'm getting a new camera.
Fuck it. You know, speaking of, I got
my first.
I'll grab it real quick.
Go ahead, grab it. How much time do we have? I don't want to. I'm using my camera, so we're doing 30-minute intervals. Right now. Is that 19?
Yeah. Yeah. 19.
All right, bet.
I got my first film camera, y'all. Fully manual film.
If you're only listening to this, I'll describe it to you.
It's a Canon AE1.
It's a gray and black body.
It's a gray and black body, and I got a Vivitar flash somewhere over there.
I like it, man.
Yeah, it's
a little weighty. Got a little weight to it.
It's a little weighty. You know what I'm saying? I'll sit it down right here.
I like the little Canon logo, the way it looks.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I can't even see. I just remember that it has that logo.
He said,
right now I'm blind.
He pulled a Daredevil and he said, oh yeah, that's Canon.
Yeah, I fucking reading Braille over here, bro.
But yeah, I started shooting film off of disposables since like 2021. But I had recently got back into photography, you know, because I knew you and I were hell into photography in high school.
Yeah, we're in the yearbook. I think we talked about that last time as well.
I think we talked about that. But I kind of just went back into music. But this year I went back into photography and was like, okay, I forgot why I love this, or I remembered why I love this so much. So film is something I'm hella foreign to. And so I was like, fuck it, just get one. And
fuck yeah, dude.
I already got some gigs lined up, so it's gonna be fun. All film, you know.
All film, bro.
All film.
That's dope.
Yeah.
We were talking about it last time because you came to visit me.
Mm-hmm.
It's an expensive hobby.
It's an expensive hobby. For those of you who are listening and watching, like, if you shoot film and you're into cameras, like, getting it developed is not the cheapest thing, but it's definitely worth it when you get it treated well. And there's something kind of just spontaneous and ephemeral about it. It's not always like perfect. There's lots of different variables and creates like very spontaneous shots, so shout out photography, man. I love it.
There's a few filmmakers who just shoot on film who refuse to shoot on digital. They're just not
Tarantino, right?
Tarantino, Nolan,
yeah.
Those are the two that I know. Maybe Fincher, but I'm pretty sure David Fincher shot shit on digital.
What about Scorsese?
He might be another one, bro. I think with The Irishman, he shot it on film.
Oh, on film.
Because it was so much like alterations they did to De Niro and shit. It was like, remember when they tried to de-age him and shit?
Yeah.
So I think he shot that on. He had to shoot that one on digital. I feel like putting those effects would be fucking crazy.
Right. No, I agree. But also, didn't Euphoria shoots all on film?
On a specific film.
Yeah, I think it was Kodak ended up making the film that was like out of stock or was no longer in production. They started producing that film again specifically for Euphoria. So there's a lot of
that is a dream, bro. That is a dream. I would love to do that. I would love to shoot. You know what I would love to do, bro? Not necessarily this movie. I'm just gonna use it as an example, though. Well, the Departed probably was shot on digital, maybe.
Probably, or both.
I say let's say, no one should ever do this, or I should never do this. Let's say we did like a prequel or sequel to like Goodfellas.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to shoot it, and they never do this. I always wondered why. I would want to shoot it with the same exact film, the same exact production as they did on that film.
Well, shit, that's the thing. If you got the bag,
so it could be a seamless. You know what I mean? Because for like The Thing, they did like a prequel, but it's more. It doesn't look like the OG thing. It doesn't feel like it either.
Yeah.
Until the end, whenever like the dog is like walking and shit, then you're like, whoa,
okay,
holy shit.
The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing.
Okay, I never watched that.
What?
No.
Oh my god.
No, now I got something to watch. You
Hell
got something to watch too. So.
I have the Blu-ray.
Okay.
And you know what? I never seen the prequel. I just know that happens at the end. There's like a dog that runs in the beginning of The Thing that's supposedly the monster, and then there's a dog that runs at the end of the prequel. So that kind of like
segues in,
ties
it in. That's what's up. Okay,
but it doesn't look like it. Is what I'm saying. I wish they would have filmed that with the same exact. But it's probably be fucking so expensive though.
No, I hear what you're saying though. That's like continuity, like trying to keep the same canon going.
Yeah, the same feel, the same everything, bro. Because I feel like you lose it. I feel like you really lose it, like. Whenever they do like a reboot, well, not necessarily a reboot because it's a whole new thing, but like a sequel or some shit like that, or
a prequel. Yeah,
like imagine if they did Creed, the new one, but filmed like the old one.
That would be crazy. Like shot like cinematography wise too. Like they would use kind of the same type,
the same film
angles,
everything. Yeah,
that would be cool.
It's just it was made this year or whenever the fuck it was made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. I
feel like that's how you truly do a sequel, is doing it that way. It's just so fucking expensive, and it'll be like you have to find like the correct person to do that.
We're talking big budget movies.
Oh, that's very big budget.
Studio grade, like blockbuster movies. Creed, they would be able to do that. Star Wars, they would be able to do that. Goodfellas, like if they were.
You know what? I'll think of another example right now. Let's say, Dr. Sleep. The sequel to The Shining.
Yeah.
It was made with homeboy. Yeah, what's his name? Obi-Wan. Oh my god, I forgot it was McGregor. Him. That's an awesome name.
Yeah, Ewan. Yeah.
You don't really age too, if I'm being honest with you, bro. He kind of looks the same.
He looks like a dashing young lad. Actually not a lad anymore. He's a grown ass man.
He's grown. Yeah, he's a grown dude.
Hayden Christensen too. They look older, but they don't look older. Also, the character of Obi-Wan can stay as Obi-Wan for a very long time. It's just a guy with like, brown hair and like a beard.
And a beard, yeah. How we doing on time?
We're on 25 right now.
All right, we'll go a couple of
minutes
longer. Damn, I was gonna tell you. But yeah, the Dr. Sleep shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they did Dr. Sleep, imagine if they filmed it with the same film that they used The Shining, the same Everything, the same camera, same lighting, everything. Well, lighting, I don't know. You might fuck around with that, but
Who directed that? You know?
Dr. Sleep.
No.
I
Didn't. Oh, what's his name?
Danny Boyle, was that him? I don't think
Kubrick?
so.
Kubrick did the
Well,
original.
the old one, yeah. Kubrick did the OG one, yeah, for sure.
Jesus, poor Shelley.
Yeah,
Shelley Duvall.
He like was fucking with her all over that movie, bro. The female from The Shining.
Man, I'm praying for Shelley Duvall, wherever you are.
I don't know what's going on. I think she kind of lost her shit for a little bit, and then she got back into acting recently on something. I forgot what it was.
Like within the past year or so.
But she looked different. She definitely looked different.
Of course, yeah.
You know, Jack Nicholson just kind of retired, huh?
He's so fucking old.
He's so old, yeah. But you look at De Niro, he's still old. Pacino's old.
They're all old.
They're still doing movies, though, you know?
Of course. Joe Pesci, all those motherfuckers.
Joe Pesci, bro. Did you watch The Irishman?
You motherfucker. Yeah. I didn't watch The Irishman. No.
No? It's really long.
I don't feel like I need to. It's not like one of those integral mob movies. Like that's an integral mob movie.
Yeah, I would say it's not integral.
Goodfellas.
It's not integral, but it's definitely like one of these days you'll watch it. You'll get to it.
Maybe.
But you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't.
Bronson's in that though, right?
He shows up.
How long is this scene? Like 2 minutes?
It's probably like 2
minutes
max, maybe.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But Joe Pesci, Pacino, I mean, it's an all-star cast. Mm-hmm. And it really, you know what, bro? That movie like makes you think. Like especially if you're aging and shit.
In that regard,
it really makes you think. Like,
wow,
damn, man. Like you're just kind of like alone in the end. You know what I mean? It's real.
I don't want to think
real
that.
Heavy.
Thanks for that. No, I mean,
do you care if I spoil it for you at all?
No.
All right, you don't care?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna spoil it for you. So it's based on a true story.
Spoiling it for these guys too.
I am spoiling for these guys. It's based on a true story. This guy was like a hitman.
Okay.
De Niro's character is like a hitman.
Yeah.
And supposedly he killed Jimmy Hoffa, which is played by Al Pacino.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Hoffa.
He ends up serving time for that.
Sure.
Like he kills him. He ends up serving time. All of his buddies either serve time or die. Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of like real life. If you're doing crime, you're either gonna die or be in jail. You know.
Yeah, or you get away with it.
Or get away with it, which he kind of in a way does. Like he serves his time, and then after he's just kind of in a retirement home, and he's just alone, bro. Like he kind of ruined the relationship with his family because of his crimes.
Yeah, of course.
So they don't really fuck with him.
All right, so that's a general statement that you just opened up with, like, in the end, you're all alone. I'm like, what the fuck? What you mean to say, or you should say, is like, if you fucking fuck around and find out with crime, you're gonna end up alone.
It's interesting, bro, because there's a scene.
That's the disclaimer you should have said instead of everyone is gonna end up alone. Like, no.
But there's a scene where these FBI agents are still trying to get some like details on like what exactly happened.
Sure.
They stop by and he's just on the bench and he's just like not ratting at all, and they're just like, "What the fuck was his name in that movie?" Fella. I want to say Jimmy. That's his name in this one in Goodfellas.
It is.
Fuck, I don't know his name in the Irishman, but they're telling them, they're basically like, "Yo, like, look, man, everyone's dead. Like, everyone's dead. Everyone is like either in jail or dead."
Yeah.
No, they're like, everyone's dead. They're not even saying they're in jail. So what are you protecting? Like, you're not really protecting anything. The mob that you knew is kind of gone.
It's gone.
So like you don't want to help us out at all.
And then what did he say?
And he just doesn't. He doesn't talk to them.
Wow.
And there's a scene where he's just on his bed, bro. And I think he's sick or something. I don't know if he's sick or what the fuck, but he's just on his bed, and it's a haunting shot, bro. It's they just stay on him, and they zoom out, and he's just alone. There's no one else there. He's alone.
So
At the end of his life, this crazy fucking life that he lived, he's alone.
That's so fucking sad. Literally, that's so fucking sad and depressing, bro. What the fuck? I don't know if I
But it sticks with you.
Yeah, right.
It sticks with you.
Yeah, the message of like crime ultimately like destroying what you love.
Yeah, because you look at like Scarface and he dies at the end. No, spoiler. That fucking movie came in the 80s, but or even the 30s, the old one. He dies. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Goodfellas, you know, they get caught up.
They get caught up. Ray Liotta, he goes into witness protection.
Even in like most crime movies, they all like get caught up. They get caught up or like die.
Yeah. So
really, like at the end of it all, for this guy who, oh shit, it totally cut off.
Okay. Damn,
we're good.
we got caught off.
Nah, we'll be straight. I'll just like bleed it into it.
Okay,
but
we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop this one and then we'll.
Mm-hmm. The point of
Stop. Is that the stop button? Mm-hmm. Cut off. Our camera, my fucking camera. 30-minute shit kicked in.
There you go.
But I mean, he really getting back to what we're talking about. At the end of it, he kind of won. You know, he won in that he's
principle.
not, and he's not dead.
Mm-hmm.
He served some years, but he didn't serve anything crazy.
He won in principle, which is like don't rat.
And at the end of it, he's just
at what cost?
At what cost?
You know,
don't got your family.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife divorced, or I think his wife maybe died.
Right.
His daughter doesn't see him. He tries to see her. It's fucking sad as fuck, bro.
No.
She's at the bank and he's trying to. Hey.
Oh no.
It's heartbreaking, bro, but that's what it is.
Yeah. In
So
a life
kinda,
of crime, of course.
Those are the consequences.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, he didn't win it because he got caught up, but he didn't really get it as bad as other people. And they showed Joe Pesci towards the end. And he's an old motherfucker, bro. And he's just like,
just like
he's just
withering away.
Like geriatric, like old. Like he's old already, but they aged the fuck out of him.
He doesn't have like his faculties around him.
He's not even like, he's just talking.
He's not there.
He's just talking. Just talking, yeah. And you just look at De Niro looking at him like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
This guy used to be so strong. He used to be such a fucking
powerhouse.
And it tells you, like, you know, we all get old. He just lost his shit.
Damn, son.
It's heavy, bro. It's a heavy it's a heavy movie towards the end.
What are your thoughts on aging and growing old?
You know what?
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
Really?
Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's that
I feel like that's what people want to hear us talk about.
I might be we could talk about that. I might be like a little morbid, but I had some morbid thoughts when I was traveling, bro.
Okay.
I was traveling to Los Angeles and Seattle and all that shit.
Boom.
And we were on the Seattle, whatever the fuck what the fuck is it called? The
Highway?
View, the High Point.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
The Needle.
The Needle. Needle.
We're at the Space Needle, and I was looking at all these like older people that were also traveling, you know, and I was just kind of like, do I want to get to that point? Like
of what?
Of just
that
like
age?
Of that age. Like, I don't know. I had a real weird thought where I was just like, I don't know about this. I don't know about like if that's what I want to be doing at that age.
Okay, so if it was up to you, like, what would you want to be doing at that age?
Kind of chilling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd want to do the most of my travel now.
Right.
Traveling now, rather.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to travel mostly now that I'm young, and then sporadically go to different locations.
Maybe that's what those old people were doing, Caesar.
Maybe. Yeah,
you know
maybe. It's just the way I took it. I was just God, these guys are old.
I hear you.
And like, what? Like, I don't know. It didn't connect with me. It didn't connect with me. I was like, I don't want to do that. Like,
it depends on how old we're talking here. If we're talking like 60s, I would still be traveling. But if we're talking about like 70s, 80s, like I'm big chilling. Like I got somebody wiping my ass for me. Like I got the booty blaster on the bidet, like on the goddamn, you know.
You know how ironic is that, right? I mean, Fern and Brittany just had a kid.
You start in diapers and you may end in diapers.
Yeah, you start in diapers, and at the end of it, someone's changing you.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. It's a cycle.
It's so fucked up, bro.
It's not fucked up. That's the cycle.
I mean, it's life. It's life.
That's the cycle of life.
That's live.
Yeah.
Like, fucking.
That's alive. Where's that from?
I don't know. Is that a song? That's life. I don't know. But it is life. But it's just like disappointing.
Wait, so you don't look forward to aging or growing up?
I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of questioning like what my headspace will be then. You know, what the fuck am I would have been through so much that like what
do you want it to be? You ideally want to be in like,
honestly, I haven't really thought about it that much, man.
Sure.
I haven't really thought about it that much.
That's fair too.
A lot of like this I find that like a lot of like professional stuff or like creative shit. I have a general idea of what I want to do and goals that I want to accomplish.
Sure.
I don't have anything written down in stone, but I have like, I know by certain points I want to hit these things professionally. But when it comes to personally, I really don't have that. I notice, you know, by like 35, I don't know, like, will I have a kid by then? You know, I'm not really like planning like, oh, before 35, I'm going to have a kid or like by 32, I'll be in love, you know, shit like that. I don't I don't really plan out my personal life like that.
Sure.
And I don't know if I should or not. I don't know if it like if I'm doing myself like good by doing this, or doing like myself a disservice by doing this. What do you think?
I think when you say, you know, like, should I have this all planned out? It's like, I don't know. Like when it's kind of like in your professional life, you know, like when you have kind of a rough outline, you know, there's this one saying that people always kind of, you know, blurt out sometimes. It's like, you know, whenever you speak your plans out loud, or like whenever you talk about your plans, like God laughs at you. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's interesting.
Shit like that. Like whenever you say like a plan out loud, like the universe throws out something else.
That is true. That's very
trippy. It's
trippy, but it's true.
Yeah, because like sometimes we like to have certain preconceived notions about our own standings in our lives and milestones we want to hit, like you're saying, but that we don't know exactly how that's going to come about. Sometimes verbatim it ends up coming to fruition in that manner, in the way you think in your head. But sometimes, like, oh, I'm in this position now, like I moved out of my parents' house or something like that, like, but I didn't know it would be in this fashion. I didn't know it would look like this or like that. So even with your personal life, I would say like it's good to have a rough idea of knowing what you want, and then like breaking it down like smaller steps on how to get there. And it's like that's how you inevitably get there, but it's not going to look exactly how you always imagine sometimes, you know.
Yes,
you know?
I agree with you.
So it's kind of like surrendering to just being like, okay, like I know I'm going to get there, I just don't know how or what that's going to look like. And
I kind of like enjoy that. I enjoy not knowing shit.
The uncertainty is some of the most freeing and liberating emotions to feel, because like if you knew exactly how the book ended, like why would you even like go read
That's what
it?
I'm saying.
Why
like
would you go through life
when
like
it comes to my like personal life, I have no expectations. So I'd like, yeah, I just have no expectations. Whereas like here I do. You know, I expect me to get the podcast out each week. I expect to have like these guests lined up. I expect to have these photo shoots lined up. I expect to get a new lens. You know, sure. I'm like, these things I know will happen eventually. I'm like super sure of it.
Will they though? Or even with that,
I'm like willing into existence. You know,
it's the same thing though.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, because like you didn't know exactly what this podcast would look like.
That is true. I didn't know.
The same kind of thought process is applicable in your professional life as it is in your personal life.
See, but I don't know if I want to apply that to my personal life though.
Because, you know?
I don't know. I enjoy like not knowing shit. I feel like when I like expect things in my personal life, I'm often let down with shit. Whether it be from other people or whether it be myself even. You know?
No, that's real. That's real as fuck.
And like, but like little shit will get to me. Like not get to me, but I'm like earlier today, I was just like, all right, we'll get out of work by this certain time.
But you didn't.
And I'm like, if I do this and that, I know for a fact we'll get out by that time.
Sure.
Totally didn't get out on that time. Totally got out like 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck. Eventually, like I just kind of like not gave in, but I was just kind of like, well, it's out of my
control.
You know, I can't do anything to make us get out early.
You know what you just did? You used discernment. You use better judgment, you use critical thinking and saying and surrendering and being like, okay, like this is out of my control, but I know I'm still going to get to where I need to be. I think at least having a rough outline of what you want and what you feel like is right for you personally is not a bad thing.
Damn, we get deep on this. Well, like, why?
We're getting deep in the right ways though. These are the things people want to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And when I come back on this podcast, I want to talk more about stuff like this, because people love.
This is really interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and it's also very real, but not too personal in a way where like, you know, you feel like you're showing your asshole like on fucking.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
But it's discussing themes and concepts everyday people and the general populace like think about. You know, I mean, you just said you didn't think about that, but you are sharing like that. That part of you know what I'm saying? People like that.
And you know what else, bro? I feel like there's a lot of like girl versus guy shit online. Really? I always see like a lot of maybe some people I follow on Twitter or whatever the fuck.
Or the people you watch, people you consume.
But I always see like either dudes tweeting about women or women tweeting about dudes, and I just don't get it. It just doesn't connect with me at all.
Because you feel like it's not that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just kind of like, bro, like what do like me and you want as like heterosexual men? We want a woman, you know what I mean? Like at like,
sure.
Like we want someone to be there for us. We want to be in love.
Yeah, I mean, we're biologically hardwired to procreate
and emotionally.
Yeah,
like we want that affection, unconditionally.
Yeah,
and girls, I'd imagine like that are straight want the same thing. You know, they want a dude, they want this and that, they want to be loved, they want to, you know, all the same things we want, they want. So why the fuck would like I ever badmouth like females like that, or why do I see dudes that just badmouth like girls, or girls that badmouth guys?
Right.
When like at the end of the day, you know that's what you want though. You want a guy, not necessarily this fucking idiot that you're tweeting about, but you want a good man. You want a good woman. A male and a male wants a woman. If you're gay, you want like you know whatever the fuck you want, doesn't matter. Yeah. But that's what you want.
Whatever your preference is.
Whatever your preference is. You want
a human who unconditionally loves you in that way.
Exactly.
A partner, whatever, you know.
So I don't understand, and I miss the whole like it just doesn't connect with me.
I mean, I think it's good that you recognize like the discourse online doesn't sit right with you, because that's not ultimately what you're feeling. And I feel like that whole male versus female or man versus
what I'm talking
woman,
about? Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, there's like the whole toxic masculinity thing and like feminism and anti-feminism and stuff like that. Like, that's a whole narrative that's just created by the powers that be that kind of want more discourse between, you know, men and women, as opposed to being more harmonious and having more men and women tapping into like their true kind of power, you know, whatever that looks like. And so it's like being aware of that is the first step.
Yes.
Being aware of that is the fucking first step, and understanding that like you're not gonna succumb to like the narrative of like or the illusion of the general populace of, because ultimately, dude, when we talk to people, when we talk to our friends, when we talk to people on the street, like how often are you gonna say, or how often do you think like most people are gonna be like, fuck women, fuck men? Like, exactly. You'll find a handful. Yeah, right? Exactly. You'll find. I'm not saying those people aren't out there, but I am saying like most of those people, like you said, want a good human by their side. You know,
at the end of the day, they just want someone next to them.
I was reading something, or I was watching this video yesterday about the fall of men. And it was talking about like how there was like a gender gap in, you know, kind of like in our parents' generation of like sexism and women not having equality in that regard. And like they wouldn't have rights, or you would see like pay, wages, like inequalities, stuff like that. Right. And, you know, we fast forward to now, postmodern times, like in that regard, like women have mostly caught up. Like you'll see a lot of women being the breadwinner, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
And now they're seeing a lot more of a disparaging inequalities for men in a sense of like there's less like male educators,
teachers.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's less like there's more women who are just generally in good standings by themselves, and there's a whole independent, right? There's a whole movement of, like you were saying, like fuck men, like we don't need men, like stuff like that. And it's kind of I bring that up because men develop way slower than women. Women go through puberty way earlier than men.
Yeah,
which is why they say that. Which is why they say women are smarter or more in tune because
they live longer.
You know what I'm saying? They say women rule the world, blah blah blah, whatever that is. I bring that up because like I feel like there should be the inverse has now happened, where like men are falling off. Because men are succumbing to like toxic masculinity. They're succumbing to like pornography addiction. They're succumbing to just like chasing frivolous things, you know, like cars, money, women, blah blah blah, as opposed to just being like what it means to be like a divine masculine person, dude. You know,
confident guy,
a confident guy, not like some Andrew Tate motherfucker, but like
it's definitely not. Definitely not.
But like you know when you see a man and like he's actually in his purpose type shit. Like, but it's funny how like we end up like surpassing or getting to a point of equality, and then it's like, oh shit, like now like there's a disparity now. So maybe like the cyclical
it's
kind
cyclical,
of,
yeah,
just like we were just talking about.
Man, fucking I got it tatted on my arms, bro. Circles.
Oh yeah, shout out Mac Miller, man.
Shout out Mac Miller.
The point is, be fucking good to people, and don't, you know, accept bullshit, and just be a good person, man, with love and all of that. But,
for sure.
That got deep.
That got real deep, man.
I love that.
Fuck yeah.
Comment below if you feel like Caesar should talk more about health and shit like that, you know.
I do, because eventually I do get, like, not tired, but, like, there's only so many times I could be like, well, what did you listen to, like, growing up? You know what I mean?
Which is cool, because, like, when you have on a guest again, like, you get to talk about like deeper stuff, you know. Of course, it's like Batman Begins, like you talk about like the origins, and then like Dark Knight, we're into like the shit now. It's like,
when did the Batman come out? Was that last year?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was a good one. No,
that was a real good one.
Hold on there, sweetheart.
Oh my god,
Colin Farrell,
the Penguin,
so good.
Is he still getting his own show?
So good.
We're talking about DC. We're talking about DC. Yeah, we're talking about DC. I don't know.
Hey, look, I'm a DC fanboy.
You were the guy, man.
Caesar knows this.
He was the fucking. He was reading Superman shit. He was reading Batman stuff,
Nightwing, anything like anything DC related. I was reading.
You like Damian too, and I didn't really like Damian Wayne like that.
I could appreciate him. You know, the character development is strong in that.
That's kind of when I started falling off on Batman. If I'm being honest with you,
I could see that.
Shit, yeah.
Who knows what's happening at DC? Wish the best for him. You know what I'm saying?
I feel so like out of touch with comic books, bro. Like usually, I think people, my friends,
they tell you about it.
They would associate me with being like the comic guy.
Yeah, sure.
When in reality, I haven't really read like a major title in like years, bro. The last one I read was probably like She-Hulk. That was really, or Hawkeye by Matt Fraction.
Yeah. I remember
that was like, and that was years ago, bro. That was years ago, you know. So like,
prayers up for Jeremy Renner.
Oh my god, yeah! Shout out to his fucking neighbor who helped like save him,
tourniquet style.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
R.I.P. Ken Block.
Damn, man. R.I.P. R.I.P. a lot of people. R.I.P.
for Damar Hamlin.
Oh my god, dude.
We're dating this episode by saying all this, but that's cool.
Dude, I want to ask you a question about that. Up? That's the football player that got injured, right?
He went into cardiac arrest like Jerry the King Lawler. Remember?
So tell he made the tackle.
I think he made the tackle.
He made the tackle on somebody else.
Yeah, and he stood up.
And he was on the sidelines and collapsed.
He immediately stood up after the hit and then fucking fell.
Oh, he collapsed? Oh shit. Yeah,
on the field.
Damn, that's scary.
On the field, and they were they literally resuscitated him back to life. Like,
you know, I asked a question to I made a bold prediction, Nikki. And honestly, I don't like.
Tell me.
I'm not gonna die on this position. Okay. I'm not gonna die on this stand.
On this hill.
I'm not gonna die on this hill. But
sure.
I think in like 15 to 20 years, the NFL as we know it is gonna look very, very different. I think it's gonna be leaning more on the two-hand touch / flag football than the actual trauma and collisions. What do you think?
I can see how that would happen because the NFL as we know it now really does ignore the fact of CTE occurring in every single game. And also like that effect of taking a hit every single game affecting the players and athletes' personal lives. You'll see a lot of instances of like, you know, domestic abuse, and self-harm, suicide, because directly, you know, quote unquote, because of CTE. So I mean, Rogan was just saying something like that, kind of along the same lines. Like, is it gonna be that way? Like, who knows, you know? But
I mean, I haven't even listened to Rogan in a couple months, bro. That's crazy.
But I think what you're saying could be a very much a possibility.
Now, would you watch it? Because I asked people at work, and they were very adamant. I ain't watching that shit. I'm never watching that.
Right.
No way. Some
I want him to get brain damage. Literally, that's what they're saying. I want him to get brain damage.
And some of them even said like, I like that contact. I like that physical stuff.
Sure.
They said I like that physical stuff.
Spinal. And
I don't know if I'd watch, to be completely honest with you.
And what you're talking to, and the people you're talking to, sorry to cut you off, but the people you're asking,
they're sports fans.
But also older folks.
They're old. Two guys our age, and one guy or two other people that aren't our age.
Sure.
So 2 people in their 40s, 2 people in their 20s.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
That were very adamant, like, I ain't watching that. I wouldn't watch that.
Right. All 4 of them were like, no.
They were like, no. And these guys, they one of them attributed it to like a freak accident. He's like, I've seen people make that play, a bunch of times.
Sure.
Didn't happen. Mm-hmm. It's a freak accident. And I was like, I understand that. And I asked him like, yo, what if it eventually became like a 2-hand touch, more kind of a skill based. I don't even know skill based, but just fast. Like, I imagine it'd be like a fast fucking game.
A less aggressive sport.
Yeah, a more safe sport. Yeah. Would you watch? And a lot of them said no. For whatever reason, they're into the and I can't talk shit about them because you know how much I love fighting.
Yeah,
I love fighting. I love MMA.
Thing. That's a different thing.
That is different because they sign up for it.
They sign up for that, and
they're trained.
Players sign up. I mean, athletes in football sign up for that too, but it's a conditioning thing. It's a conditioning thing because that's what the system is perpetuated, right? I
mean, and you know what gets me, Nikki?
And you can't say the same for UFC too, but that's a totally hand-to-hand combat is totally different than football.
I feel like now, barely now, you have people that are gonna be like MMA prodigies now that are gonna be doing it from like 4 years old.
You look at that kid Raul.
Yeah. He just turned 18.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like he just turned 18.
You know, you're gonna see like the rise of the Dagestan fucking.
Oh my god, they're fucking animals, bro. A lot of them are.
Yeah,
but
it's a different thing though.
It's different just because like
it's not the same.
Man, as like football. Fucking children, they're going hard in football practice. Mm-hmm. And when I used to be in athletics, I had to work out with the football people. Mm-hmm. Bro, they put in a lot of work. Mm-hmm. They put in a lot of work on their body.
Conditioning is off the charts.
Bro, they are fucking. We either maxed out on reps or not reps. Sorry, we maxed out on like weight, or we ran like until we fucking puked, bro.
Hella cardio.
Like it was like either hella cardio or just hella lifting heavy. No in between. No rest days.
No big volume. Yeah.
And I was just like, God damn. And then they would just go out and get fucking killed. They would just go out and get like annihilated. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like fucking tackled hard as fuck. I mean, our team wasn't that good, you know what I mean? But even the good teams take damage, you know? Even no matter what level you're at, you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah, so it's like kids are taking, as
a youth
they're
as an adult.
They're getting into car crashes like every couple of weeks.
Yeah, as a youth, as a teenager, and then as an adult, you're just like eating shit.
And so we're surprised when like a player was, arrested for beating his wife or, domestic abuse, whatever it is. And we're surprised by that sometimes. Or like, someone was caught up in this and that,
Fucking Aaron Hernandez, bro. Even though I think he was a bit of a fucking idiot in general, but like, I don't think that helped him. Him getting his shit rocked.
No, that's unfortunate. I mean, I'm glad it's being brought to light, but that was a lot of people's argument for him being in his position now, or like where he ultimately ended up. I mean, because of the contact, because of these car crashes that are literally they're 300-pound guys, over 6 feet.
That's what my brother was telling me, man, because he was in football.
Running into each other as hard and fast as you can.
And he's like, dude, these guys are like cut up. Like they're in really good shape. But they're technically obese. Like they're technically like, I guess by the doctors like thing, they would be considered obese. But they're just in such good shape and like they're just fucking fucked up. You know what I mean?
Okay, well you'd have to define what obese
Well, that's
means.
what my brother said, honestly. Right. He was just talking about, I think, by like the BMI bullshit. You know what I mean? He was probably talking about like they should weigh in between this range.
Sure.
And they're like technically slightly overweight.
Sure.
Maybe not even obese, overweight.
Yeah. I mean, some of those guys are heavy.
They're just getting fucked up, though. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they're just getting real fucked up in, like, practice. Well, I don't know about practice. I imagine they do get rocked, no?
Man, I don't think... Just because it's a business, right? When you change so much, like, of a business model.
That'll be like a 360 change. That'll be like a complete 180. You know what I mean?
It would have to start slow to where it got to that point. But unfortunately, because of capitalism, because money, rules the world in a lot of ways.
You can see that it doesn't happen.
I could see it just continuing on,
being
bro.
the same. I feel you on that.
Yeah. If there's like what's that Dana White shit now? Slap.
I don't think that's going through, bro.
It's happening
after what he did. I don't think that's going through.
Well, he really implemented his own business model, didn't he? We're not talking about that. But Jesus fucking Christ, Dana, what the fuck are you doing, man? Yeah. For those who don't know, fucking Dana White's life.
Super disappointed. Even though, like, you know what I mean? Super disappointed. Yeah. That was very disappointing to see.
I don't think like there's a lot of like reversing of like protecting the athletes in that regard in like sports like that. You see it in basketball though, right?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like in basketball the game definitely changed.
I mean, they're carrying, they're traveling, they're
it's not as physical.
Any touch like that, they call foul. So
I hate it, dude.
I'm not saying it's impossible because you do see it in other sports, but I am saying like a lot of people would.
They wouldn't watch.
They would boycott stuff like that. They're like, y'all are pussies. They were way more physical in this era and that era for
X amount of years. That's a good point because then it does muddy the water. Mm-hmm. When you want to talk about like who the GOAT or whoever the best player of this era was.
Right.
They
could say that regardless.
Yeah,
now.
That is true. Even with boxing,
Mm-hmm.
You look at like a Sugar Ray Robinson, 200 fights. Fucking 180 knockouts, 15 rounders, like it's a completely different beast.
Yeah.
Than like a Floyd,
Mm-hmm.
And Floyd's fucking really fucking good, but they're just different. It's different, Mm-hmm. He was just built different, literally. Like I even look at my uncles and stepdad and dad, and I'm like, you guys are built different.
Yeah.
Like you guys could they'll build a house out of nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a flat, it's dirt, and they'll build a fucking house.
They got them dad
with their bare hands, bro. Yeah. They're building the house.
I mean,
this is built different, bro.
They call it soft for a reason because when you see what the shit they got to go through, that they had to go through to get to where we're at now. It's like, of course, y'all are gonna be like some hardened motherfuckers.
I will say this though, man. I've never been one to like shit on the younger generation. I know a lot of people that like are our age or even like older than us that say like kids nowadays this and that and kids nowadays. I don't really I just don't ever say that. I never catch myself being like these fucking youngsters, those fucking the young bucks.
I catch myself in doing that. It depends on what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about just kids in general.
Still,
even like in I'd say like music.
Yeah.
I try to listen to some like younger shit, and every once in a while it hits. Sometimes it doesn't hit, but I will never be like, oh my god, this person so and so is garbage. So and so is bad. I'm just like, it's not for me. I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm just not gonna listen to it. If people
I think observing the changes varying from generation to generation is important, and keeping that in mind and noticing the changes from generation to generation.
That is important. Yeah.
Right? Attention spans.
The
way we interact, how close we are.
See, I recognize it though. I know the attention span's getting shorter.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about like how connected we are, how disconnected we are, how close we are, or like what our communities are like, there's a vast change from our parents kind of being more inundated in their community and more active in their community. And you see it now too, like where kids are kind of maintaining that kind of same camaraderie in their community, but there's also a different thing when you implement social media and this whole kind of algorithm that wants to suck all of your time and attention. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
what throws me off is I just recognize the cyclical nature of it, in that like the generation before us was probably shit talking us, saying these kids are soft, these kids don't know shit, these kids are like ungrateful, these kids are such and such.
Okay.
Their generation looked back on them and said these fucking kids are soft, pussies, this and that. The generation before looked on, it's just always gonna happen. Someone like I ever even if I catch myself, I'm just kind of like, ugh. I'm getting to that point now.
Yeah.
Or not I'm getting to that point, but I'm recognizing that people around me are getting to that point where they've had enough of the new generation and said, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You're too young. You're this and that, you know.
I think there's a lot of positives.
It's just interesting. It's interesting to me.
Well, while I do agree with like some gripes of, you know, the newer generation, I do feel like there's a lot of positives that are also coming out of, you know, the youth now. Like when you see...
They cut off?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We totally did another...
Let's keep going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But the video's going to be lost. I'll reset it. Yeah. Keep talking. We don't have to, like,
so what I was saying was that...
I'm just going to have to...
Clap again?
Yeah, but I'll clap whenever it's back on.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that when kids now are so much more aware, right?
Should be good.
Kids now are so much more in tune. You know, when you look at Violet.
Yeah.
How old is she? She's almost a year.
She's almost a year. She's going to be a year in March.
So when you look at kids like that, bro, like...
Violet is Fernando's daughter and Brittany's daughter.
Beautiful child.
Cutie patootie.
Exactly. When you look at kids like that, dude, they're so much more aware. They're so much more
She's
conscious.
definitely smart, man. She's definitely a smart kid.
There's a whole movement on mental health and physical health that we didn't quite see in generations before. As far as like being more open about like the shit we go through as humans and what it means to be human.
Yeah, they used to keep that up. Keep that bottled up.
Dude, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and, you know, don't talk about it. Just, you know, keep going through the shit. But now it's like, nah, like we're more...
You know,
we're more aware of those things.
I could like... I take that interest, like, I don't know. It's interesting to me because, like, in certain situations, I do, like... feel that like fucking keep going, you know what I mean? Like keep going, you know, no matter what the fuck you're going through, keep your focus and don't lose the plot. I think that's important. But at the same time, I mean, if you're really going through some shit, you know, open up, talk to somebody, whether it be therapy or a friend,
your friends, parents,
or online, write, journal, you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like just writing shit down helps me out.
Yeah, journaling helps immensely.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like it's situation based. For me, at least, that's how I take it. You know, there are times where I'm just kind of like frustrated, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't feel like letting out right now.
No.
Then there are times where I'm catch myself, a song will fucking bring a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is happening? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? Or I'll even see it like they've been watching these, Brittany and Fern have been watching like a bunch of Pixar movies.
Sure.
And there's always that like sentimental part.
Of course.
And like recently I've been like,
really moved by it?
Yeah, I'm like, why am I so moved right now? Why am I so moved with Lilo and like
Stitch,
whatever the fuck means family? Yeah.
You
know what I mean? Like like why is this touching me right now? I don't understand. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how do you take that? Do you ever catch yourself being like, you know, fucking buck up?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, especially as of late, you know, there's kind of moments where I almost like white knuckle my inner kind of world, you know, right? And I've also gotten better at just kind of sharing when I'm ready to, you know, and reaching out when I'm ready to. Like we were just talking about some shit before the podcast, and stuff like that. Like is, you know, communicating at your own pace, but communicating at all is very important, right?
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Because everyone tends to have a sort of narrative where they don't feel comfortable sharing, right? Which, I mean, some people aren't even interested in stuff like this, but the point is that to go back to is like the newer generation is more aware of that. It's important to discuss things like this, and they don't shy away from that.
That's a positive of the new generation.
You know, so
that's
as much shit as like we like to give the youth and, you know, the generations to come, like we are still seeing a lot of development and growth, and I feel like that's a hallmark and something to note, you know, and to be celebrated too.
I'll go a step further and give them another big up whenever the George Floyd thing happened.
Oh shit!
They were like on it.
Come on.
In terms of spreading that news, spreading footage,
we experienced that firsthand in our city.
Yeah.
There was over 80,000 people in
crazy,
downtown.
Bro.
You saw snipers on the buildings. You saw helicopters. You saw military. And what did we do? We didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
We didn't give a fuck because we knew that shit was wrong, and we were not going to just sit idly by. So I'm not saying like
you're both
fuck
there,
the police,
bro.
but I am saying like people are aware of the injustices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there is like my cousin's a cop, and whenever I've had him on, he's never been one to be. He's like, I don't want to get into politics, but he's even told me like that was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He's told me like situations in his department being like. No. And
that's not even necessarily, I mean, it is to a degree politics, but that's also just ultimately standing up for what's right.
Yeah.
So,
for
big
sure.
ups to him too. I mean, being open enough to share that with you too. I mean, so that tells you like people are just not going to sit idly by anymore.
Definitely not. Definitely not, bro. Definitely not. But I thought, us included did a pretty good job at spreading the message and spreading the fuckery that was going around, bro. You know what I mean?
Fuckery, yeah.
Even though I did see some like clout chasing, weird motherfuckers, but I feel like you'll get that with anything.
Yeah, you got that with the civil rights movement. I was watching another video. I'll send you the fucking links to this.
Go ahead.
Maybe we can even drop the links in the description. But I was seeing a video where some people, a lot of people in the South didn't want segregation.
I remember that.
But the narrative, of course, is going to be the South just wanted segregation. But it's kind of like now, dude. Like, you see people in Russia. Not every fucking Russian is gonna
like pro Putin.
But of course, the narrative is going to be spun, to the other way, and believing like it's all this generalized.
Yeah, what do we hear? What do we hear growing up? The Russians, who are the bad guys in movies? Russians, Eastern Europeans, and eventually I felt like it got to the point where like Mexicans were the bad guys.
Yeah, sure.
Or in terms of like action movies.
Yeah, no, you see it in European cultures, Asian cultures. Like you'll see you'll see the American be the bad guy. You'll see the Asian person being a bad guy, or some slick Rick type character, or like some con man or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And what we're all talking about right now, what we're all kind of going through, is a collective like false illusion
and propaganda
conditioning. And
because think about it, imagine being a Russian watching like a fucking Die Hard movie or some shit and being like, what,
fuck this guy,
brother.
Number one bullshit.
Brother, this is bullshit, brother. Bruce Willis,
why?
Why he hate Russians? Why
he hate us?
I don't understand,
I don't
brother.
understand. This is so funny.
Brother.
Funny. But yeah, man. Like,
Jesus Christ.
When you're not aware of, oh shit, it stopped recording.
Damn, what is happening right now?
I'm gonna keep talking. We gotta keep going.
All right,
we gotta keep recording. We gotta keep going.
Let's go. We're recording. It'll be black, or it'll be like a photo of you, the still image
for a bit. Regardless,
what's going on with that?
I mean, you could try to fix it while I keep talking.
Go ahead.
Regardless, when you're not aware of your own country's conditioning and your own society's conditioning, of course you're gonna be subject to believing these narratives. It's full, right?
Yeah, the car's full.
It's okay. We'll wrap it up in a second. Of course, you're going to be aware of course, you're going to be conditioned to your environment's narratives and ways of living. So, I mean, ultimately, like, there's more of a spotlight on showing the injustices of the world, and there's more of a spotlight on showing what's wrong, and I feel like that's a really great place to be as far as exposing the bullshit.
All right, keep talking.
We'll
leave these right quick.
Well, we could keep talking. I really.
Yes,
that's a dark rabbit hole. I mean, okay, so you guys know Caesar has this Goodfellas poster. R.I.P. Ray Liotta. He passed away this year, or last year. R.I.P. Hagrid, the actor who played Hagrid, he passed away. And I mean, that's life. You know what I'm saying? But really comment below if you like when we talk about subjects like these, not celebrity deaths, but more conscious stuff and aware stuff of the world, as opposed to, you know.
Yeah, fuck it. The rest of that will be audio.
It's all good.
This will be audio. Yeah, I'm trying to delete the wandered things because those are on my computer.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, it's like maybe I have to delete it on my computer, which I don't know.
Okay, it's cool. No, it's cool. We got a good chunk on video. So.
We did, yeah. Also, like, man,
I didn't know we were gonna go in this direction, but I love it.
Yeah, right.
I really love it.
I think it's pretty good.
We're on some like Jerry shit. We're on some damn Lex Friedman shit.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We got a little deep. I wanted to get deep, man. You know,
in that way, in that regard, yeah.
Especially with someone like you, pause, because I like we know each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be hard to get that deep with a guest.
Yeah.
Especially with someone I don't really know that well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we could dabble, but like I don't really know what they're gonna say. You know, they don't know what I'm gonna say.
Right. You don't want to break the ice with that as well.
Yeah. I don't want to break the ice and be like
what's your stance on? You know, it's like no.
It has happened before. I forgot the guest, but
sure.
like. Certain guests we've gotten deep, and I've been like, "Damn, we're getting deep." I think with Stanley
it.
Starr with other people. That like
Cut, man, Cut's one of those motherfuckers who would not shy away from that. He's one of those cool cats who are literally just
even like Pajama Sam, I think, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
DeGrant's definitely about it. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to Pajama Sam, man.
Yep.
He performed. I don't know, even know when that was. The one that's like us.
Summertime.
No, but before after that.
After that,
we had got coffee and we went to the Outlaw shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Mufasa's gig.
Oh yeah.
Whenever that was, he performed and he looked like in good spirits, man.
November.
He looked like real positive.
Yeah.
He seemed really positive. I talked to him after. I'm like, man, you look great.
Yeah.
Like you look in a much better place than like the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
I don't even know him that well.
Shout out to Grant.
You know what I mean?
He's always been a very creative mind, and he knows. He has his ear tapped to the ground of just more than just music, of the culture.
He's real deep in the obscure shit, bro. He's balls deep in that shit. I'm like, he'd be posting shit where I'm like, what is this? I recognize this, but like, what is this?
He'd be posting like old Cartoon Network games.
He's a fucking animal, man, with that shit.
Yeah. He lives and breathes it, and I'm there for it because like he wants to bring us back to our childhood.
I would love to do a whole show just talking about old Cartoon Network shows. List them off.
You should. He posted this one thing. I forgot what game it was. I think it might have been like an Andre 3000, like Class of 3000 game.
Oh yeah.
But there was like drum breaks in the fucking
in
game.
The movie? Oh, in the game.
Like you could play different drum breaks, and he was like, "I'm gonna sample this, blah blah blah." And they were hard,
dope.
Bro. They were raw.
Super dope. That's super dope.
Shout out to Grant, man. We got a whole community of just beautiful people here, and
hell yeah, man. Most of the people I've had on like have some connection to you, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
the majority of them at least.
Yeah. No, it's cool, and it's only growing, and hopefully people are willing to be a part of it too, and just like tap in and listen and learn, and you should do a Q&A on here. I
did one last time, but it was more like anonymous questions, bullshit, kind of just me fucking around with that.
Okay.
It was like 30 minutes long. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
But I wouldn't mind doing another Q&A.
Yeah, doing another, maybe for a guest too.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I kind of wanted to start doing that actually. Maybe like
just for like maybe every guest, like I'm having this guest on.
Yeah, maybe like revealing my guest and then being like, "Do you have any questions? Fucking click this and ask them."
Yeah, Patty does that. Lex Friedman does that, and
Patty the body, the boy, the lad. That last fight though, I don't know, Patty.
Look, Patty, we love you. You need better competition.
That last fight, Patty, kind of broke my heart.
What's his name? Jared. He whooped that ass a little bit. And
yeah, I mean,
I still support you. I still love you, Patty.
That was a little too close. You get me?
It was like razor thin fucking pubic hair.
Yeah, I thought he lost. I thought he was about to lose. Honestly, like I was watching it on the road, and I was like, "Did this motherfucker just lose right now? Like, am I about to see homeboy get his hand raised?"
Right.
And they gave it to Patty. Thank God. But
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Are you seeing a lot more fuckery in the UFC now more than ever?
Absolutely. With the judging. I talked about the James Krause shit. Very serious. That's a super serious, bro. I can't stress that enough. That shit. I mean, now it looks like they're they're just gonna blame it on him.
Sure, he's gonna take the fall.
Yeah, like now they're gonna like he's definitely gonna be the fall guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But for a while, it was looking kind of rough, bro. For a while, like Toronto, like fucking didn't want to have anything to do with the UFC. They're like, we don't know what is real. We don't know if these fights are all like fucked with. Or if it was just that one situation.
Right.
How can we know? You know.
Right.
So now it looks like they're really on James Krause, saying like this guy
and other people too. I imagine. So it's like all betting.
Bro, Moreno had to get a whole new because he was under James Krause.
Oh fuck!
So he had to get a whole think about that. So like for the fourth fight, this very important fight against Davison, Brandon Moreno had to get a whole new team.
Fucking A.
And he's with he has some people from his camp that he's been with. Like from like Mexico and shit.
Sure.
You know, but
like strength and conditioning.
Yeah, like guys like that, pad guys maybe.
Yeah.
But in terms of head coaches, he had to get a new one. I don't even know who the fuck his new head coach is, but
damn, shout out Brandon Moreno, man.
Shout out Brandon,
I feel like he won the last fight.
Oh, absolutely.
And they just kind of want more money, and that's okay, but you're taking years off of these guys' lives each fucking time.
Yeah, their fights have been brutal. Even the one Brandon won because he kind of dominated Davison a little bit.
Yeah, no, he definitely did.
But it's hard, bro. That was a hard fucking he went through hell in that training camp to be that fucking good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a whole that James Krause shit, the Dana White stuff, which we didn't really get into, but that's another one.
Yeah, man.
A lot of fuckery going on, bro.
A lot of fuckery. Still a lot of super dope things happening in the world. As much bullshit is happening.
Would you ever be like? Because I was listening to Morning Combat. Shout out to Morning Combat.
Luke
Thomas and Brian Campbell. I love that show, bro. I've been on that shit.
Yeah, you've been going on about it.
The past month, that's all I watch. Like I'll go back and watch their old shit. I just love their dynamic.
Yeah.
But they were talking about it like, do you ever feel conflicted like watching the UFC, knowing all this grimy shit and knowing that in reality the UFC and boxing pretty dirty?
It was always like that though.
It's a dirty fucking game. Yeah, it's just now that I'm older, I'm kind of like recognizing it, you know? I'm kind of like recognizing it more. Whereas before I'm just like, oh my God, Anderson Silva just fucking murdered Forrest Griffin.
Yeah. Like
Jesus Christ, he's like phenomenal. And I would just focus on that.
Right.
Whereas now I'm kind of just like, this is a little disgusting. Like some of these practices that you guys are doing are disgusting. Fighter pay,
judging,
flights. They have to pay for your own flights. You know, it's just weird, man. It just seems like real. Like, it really is like a monopoly, bro.
It's more of just like an advantage that the business model is taking over or taking advantage of, like, of the athlete, and that's nothing new. You know, it's like human fodder for.
Bro, it really is like, I don't know if you like pay attention to the politics behind like WWE and shit. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah,
like WWE made sure that their brand is what's over, and no other superstar. Yeah, Roman Reigns is the shit right now, but like the brand is over. When WWE's in town, you go to see WWE. You don't go to see like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always like WWE live events. Right. They wanted to get to the point where like, oh shit, they're in town. Let's pull up. Not even knowing the card. Not even knowing who's gonna be on there.
It used to be more of like the personality.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Rey Mysterio.
The personality would definitely take over in the Attitude Era.
Stone Cold, The Rock. Even before then, Hogan,
Ultimate Warrior. You know, like.
And now it's not.
It's an entity.
It's an entity. Yeah. Which is smart, bro. Like, if you're like just thinking business though, like they made it to the point where like they cut these guys' balls off. No one really has any like, you know, no one's really going off in the locker room like that. You know, if you do, you're either fucking fired or like,
or you
got a muzzle on you. You know what I mean?
Or like you're a made guy.
Oh yeah, you're like a made guy. You're like a Brock, like a taker, Brock.
You know, you're like a lead guy.
Even though he would never do it, I think Cena is probably like a made guy.
I mean, he's a made guy.
He carried that motherfucking company, bro. Decade straight up.
Yeah, so I mean,
he brought him out of the trenches when
I know, right?
When everyone left,
kept him going. I was gonna say like that business model of like a money-based business model is not gonna really be concerned with the personnel. They're trying to optimize creativity. They're trying to optimize and be efficient with the product. You always hear WWE call it the product.
The universe product.
The universe.
Yeah.
So like when it's based off that, of course you're gonna see
sports entertainment.
Of course you're gonna see so many injustices and hear about these things of creatives and fighters and athletes getting fucked over. This is a very old concept that goes back, to the gladiator days. These dudes would just eat meat.
And they kind of, it's fucking, man, it's really fucked up because like when you look at like the history of like pro wrestling and shit, there's some fucking carnival boys, bro. They're carnies, straight up.
Midwest boys.
When you talk about a mark, the term mark, you know what a mark is, right? Well, a mark is like I'm a mark for Conor McGregor.
Oh,
meaning that I'm a fan. Like I'm a stan. Yeah, basically like a stan.
Yeah, okay.
But the term mark used to be like he's a mark. Oh my god, all these fucking marks. Like I don't know if you ever see it online in like wrestling lingo.
I've heard that term before. Yeah.
A mark is someone you mark in an audience when you used to wrestle at the carnivals.
Okay.
You mark that person and say he's a sucker. We could rope him into like getting money out of him. Because they'd wrestle. It'd be two wrestlers wrestling. One would lose.
Yeah.
The guy who loses would be like, if anyone could beat me, I'd pay them $50. But if I beat you, you owe me $50. Fucking go in. He's a legit wrestler. Totally beats the fan. And it's like, boom. You're a fucking mark. I just made money off of you.
Right.
Pay
You're
me.
a sucker. Yeah.
You're a sucker. You just got roped into this. And that's how it was, bro. And I feel like it's losing some of that, which is good because like the carnival shit was fucked up, bro. Like that was all like that.
It's losing some of like people becoming
the roots
of being marks.
Yeah, well, it's losing some of the fact that like I kind of lost my fucking self right there,
you're
bro.
You're good.
Dude, I fucking lost my plot. Damn it.
Well,
I'm saying like it was more like wrestlers based. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was personality.
It was more on
based.
those guys. Yeah, like I'm saying, it's more personality based. Really,
we were marks in ways of like we rode and lived and died by that D-Generation X feud.
Yes, we were marks. We were marks for feud, like for wrestlers or superstars, if you want to call them.
Yeah,
that.
Athletes. Like we were a mark for Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like they would, literally watch every fucking game, or like.
Whereas now it's like you're a mark for like the WWE,
or not anymore because people aren't really. There's some people who are still into.
There's some hardcores, yeah, but even me, I would like to consider myself a hardcore, but I haven't watched in. I watch, bro, but it's like highlights.
It's like clips.
It's clips. I've full show years. Literally, it's been well. Like a Monday Night Raw, because I've been to like my homeboy's house. Actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Josh to see the Royal Rumble.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna watch it like his uncle's house.
Nice. Cody Rhodes supposed to come back on there.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times, but like in terms of like a full Raw, full SmackDown,
right?
Nah, man, it's honestly been like fucking 4 or 5 years,
right?
Which sucks to say, but like I don't know,
I mean, it's kind of just part of life, and we check in here and there, but.
And I feel like the UFC is kind of becoming that, where they want you to go see the UFC. They don't really want you to see these fighters. They want you to see the UFC.
Well, the thing is like also they don't have as many superstars as they used to have.
No, I mean really they have Conor, who's out of the fucking. He's not even there right now.
That's on, the generation. That's on the culture. I wouldn't even necessarily pin that on the UFC to a degree. Because you still have like stars like Patty, Adesanya, who else?
They're stars, but what level of stars are there? You know what I'm saying? Like Adesanya is big, but how big really is he in the grand scheme of things? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't see breakout superstars like
that's
Conor
fair.
McGregor.
That's a good differential. Stars and superstars.
Yeah.
Patty's a star.
A global sensation like Conor
McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, fucking.
I mean, you got these guys on on here, but even Deontay Wilder or like the Gypsy King, they're not at that level, bro. They're not huge ass superstars compared to like Ali or
No, they're not. They're just not. They're just not.
It's a different thing, but
Tyson really, I think, was probably the last big heavyweight. Maybe
it's definitely more niche.
For sure.
Across all sports now.
You think that's this evolution happening?
Yeah, I think so. You're just kind of seeing the changing of the tide and changing of the guard as far as like how that model operates, and that's okay. Like if you're gonna be into it regardless of what you're into. Like if you like wrestling, you're gonna stay watching wrestling. If you like boxing, you're gonna stay watching boxing. If you're
oh shit.
No.
Now it is. Yeah. Without again, it was just like a minute or two.
Okay, it's all good.
All right, we're back. We're gonna start wrapping things up. We had 2 fucking blunders, but it's all good. Now we are recording though.
It's all good.
Yeah, we're all recording. And you were talking about 2023 goals. Yeah, we were talking about 2023 goals. You were talking about finishing up some music you're working on.
Yeah, man. So the biggest things we got going right now is finishing up music for DIP.TERA. Finishing up a lot of what we wrote last year. Super fucking excited for that. And there's a lot of kind of support bubbling there, and I can't wait to fucking share it. And might be doing a couple of fly dates, tour dates with Dende.
Damn, shout out to Dende.
Shout out to Dende.
Where's he at now?
He's in Nashville right now.
Oh shit, Nashville, Tennessee.
Even my own personal music, I'm finishing up a lot of my own personal tunes, helping out the whole squad with their own music too. So other than that, just trying to be more active, taking care of my health, taking care of my mental. That's always really important. And falling back in love with photography.
Hey.
And traveling. There's going to be a lot of traveling this year. So I'm very grateful for everything that happened last year, and there's also obviously a lot to look forward to, and music is just the tip of the iceberg with that. Yeah. What about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to get more equipment, better lights. This is like a $20 like Amazon light, better mics, an actual recorder that I could probably take around and shit like that. I mean, I could use my phone as well, but yeah, I'd rather have like actual like a Rodecaster or some shit like that, like actual like legit recorder.
Yeah.
And lenses. That's probably the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to, is just getting the badass new lens, bro.
There you go.
Fucking photography is gonna be up. Everything's gonna be up. I'm the price is gonna be up. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to getting that lens, bro. I'm gonna hold off until like I get my tax return.
Of course. That's smart.
but I'm very tempted to get it right now, Nikki. I'm very tempted.
Shit, y'all gonna give me my money.
Yeah. I'm very tempted to just get it and be like, fuck it sporadically, especially because like my birthday's coming up soon. So I'm like, I could just get it now, but I'm like, nah, let me just fucking be smart and just wait till my tax return, pay any debts that I owe, and then get it out, and then just have like an extra one, you know?
Yeah.
Because I imagine I'm doing like a month-to-month thing. I don't think I'm gonna be like paid like a $700 hit, like $600 hit. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah,
it's pretty expensive.
It's like rent, you know.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I can't imagine like making that kind of fucking like thing, you know. Yeah. What else? That might be it, bro. Yeah, in terms of things that I'm looking forward to, just that, and just stepping everything up.
There you go.
Getting more guests, stepping everything up. Yeah.
There you go. We're going full send. 2023, 2022 is just the beginning for Thinking Boy podcast, and
oh, that's what I wanted to tell you about.
Yeah, tell me.
So I kind of want to like, honestly, I would want to do it like in January, but I kind of want to like do a whole, since the new year, a whole new look for the podcast, new album artwork, little revamp,
theme song.
Yeah, maybe new music for the theme song and shit. It's weird, yeah, because we're not recording. That's funny.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, and I would probably like hire you to do it, bro.
Dude, I got
to take photos of me.
Yeah.
Out in the wilderness, we'll probably find like somewhere we could go.
Let's do it.
You take photos of me.
Let's do it.
I'll be on the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
And then I'll just fucking edit them and do a bunch of shit to them to make it the new album artwork, and give it a whole new look for 2023.
Yeah, we gonna get the sonics right. We gonna get the visuals right. We gonna get y'all right. We want to get the audience more involved. You know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Feel like y'all are.
Leave a comment. I mean, honestly, like leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like.
Yeah, what do you want more from Caesar? What do you want to see more from Caesar? Do you want
let me know.
Fuckers even want me back on? Do y'all want me to just go away? Like that's cool too.
After this episode, I think a lot of people are gonna want you back on. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
That was a blast. I had like we got real deep on that shit. I'm gonna have a lot of fun boys on that one.
I love it, dude. So I love you, Caesar.
Love you too, brother.
Man, I'm glad that we get to do shit like this, and it's only just the beginning.
Only just the beginning as well. We said it last time, and it really is true, bro. Now, how do you want me to do this? Do you want me to take a photo of you? You want me to use the a photo that I have of you, just from like camera roll or whatever? Or what do you think?
Let's see. Maybe we could do. We'll see what happens. We'll shoot something right now, and then if I feel hideous, then we'll just use some from the Rolodex.
Hideous, bro. Hideous. Fuck. Well, all right, guys. Where can the people follow you?
They could follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Nikki Pararuan, NIKKIPARARUAN. Obviously, everything's gonna be in the description. And you could follow DIP.TERA, DIP.TER, DIP.TERA on Instagram. And I love y'all so much. Appreciate you for having me on, bro.
Hey, man, anytime. It was a blast. Love to have you on again. For sure gonna have you on again. Hopefully with the band. And that'll do it. I've been Cesar Perez with
Nikki Pararuan.
Till next time. Peace.
Fuck yeah, dude. Sick.
Got it done, man.
That was a good one.
Hell yeah.
That was a really